Hi everyone, and welcome to your assembly for the end of November. Our assembly this month is going to be in a few parts, but the bulk of it is going to be coming from me, and it's going to be about rights respecting schools. Now, a lot of you might remember that we are a rights respecting school. We talked about this an awful lot, and we used to have a lot of assemblies about it all before we went into lockdowns a couple of years ago. And we've not managed to get things back up and running quite the same as they were, but that's what we're really going to focus on between now and the end of this session, because we are going for our silver award. We already have our bronze award, and we are working towards getting the next level. And boys and girls, I think we are so close to it. I just need a wee bit of help from all of you, all of your teachers, and all of the staff in the school, as well as a wee bit of help from people at home. So today I'm going to remind you just a bit about the Rights Respecting Schools Award and what it actually means for us at Annan Hill. I want to have a wee chat with you about World Children's Day, or you might have heard it called Universal Children's Day. It's the same thing, just with a slightly different title. I want to have a little movement song in there just to give you a break from listening to me, and we're going to remind you of our rights song. There's also a special competition for you all, and I can't wait to see some of your entries for it. We also have a few other members of the management team who are wanting to join in and just share a wee bit of information with you as well. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is show you a little PowerPoint, a little slideshow about rights respecting schools, the award, and what it means for us at Annan Hill. This little part of our assembly is just to remind you what a rights respecting school is and how it affects us at Annan Hill. Hopefully in all of your classes you'll have a Convention on the Rights of the Child, sometimes called the CRC, and that should hopefully be on display. It shares all of the rights that you have in a child-friendly way. There are lots and lots of rights that you have, and all of these rights are the same for everyone, no matter where you are in the world. If you are younger than 18, you have these exact same rights. Things like you have the right to a name and an identity. You have the right to an education. You also have the right to be protected from harm, be that through abuse or war. And you have the right to play and learn and enjoy being part of different clubs. Have a look around your room and see if you can see your charter somewhere in the room. And if you can't find one, that's okay. Just let me know and I'll make sure you get one as soon as possible. We can show respect for the rights of everyone around us by following our school values. They tie in really closely. Our school values are kindness, respect, and achievement. And if you look through the charter, you'll see that a lot of the ones that apply to us can be met if we are following our school values. There are 3 different levels on the Rights Respecting Schools Award. Bronze is rights committed, and we've already achieved that. We have shown that we are committed to making sure that all of the boys and girls know about and respect the rights of themselves and each other. Silver, rights aware, and that's what we're working on just now. And that is being aware of all of your rights and aware of how it affects you in your daily life, in school and at home, and how you can have an impact on the rights of others. And gold, which is the top level, and that is being rights respecting. And that is how you are respecting the rights of not just the people in your own school and community, but how you're respecting the rights of people globally. So we've already got bronze and we are going for silver. So what does that actually mean for us at Annan Hill? Well, our primary 7s this year are leading the journey to silver because we found sometimes asking the boys and girls to lead things get much better results. What we're going to be doing is working on some assemblies and sharing special activities with you where there might be special days where you celebrate certain rights. You are doing so much already. Just think, when you were doing your remembrance activities, you were celebrating rights. When you were doing your anti-bullying and kindness day activities, you were celebrating rights. So we want to just focus on the good things that are already happening around the school, because there's so much that is happening that is already making us a silver school. If you are interested, the Rights Respecting School Award website has lots and lots of information, and there's the link there if anybody wanted to follow it. Hopefully that's helped to remind some of you about our Rights Respecting Schools Award and where we are on our journey. I know it's been a while since we've had the assemblies, but we're really going to make sure we are properly meeting all of our targets for our Silver Award. If you think you can help, come and speak to the Primary Sevens, and we'll see how we can use your ideas to help us get our Silver Award this year. Thank you so much. The next part of our assembly is about World Children's Day. World Children's Day happens every year on the 20th of November, so it happened just not that long ago. And it's a chance for everyone to celebrate the fact that every single child in the world has all of the rights that we mentioned. They have got this Convention of the Rights of the Child, which hopefully you have somewhere in your classroom and you can find. If you can't find it, come and let me know and I can get you a new one printed out. What it also celebrates this year, the focus was on how children, young people just like you, can be ambassadors and can advocate for something to make the world a better future. I was in primary 6 last week and we had a chat about what they would advocate for to make the world a better place in the future. Some of the things they were thinking was about climate change. It was about bullying online. It was about having equal rights for everyone within the LGBTQ plus community. It was about children knowing their rights and having access to all of that. There's lots and lots and lots of things. And it's not just knowing what you want to be an advocate for, it's knowing how you're going to do it. So I'm going to show you a little couple pictures about children who are advocates and ambassadors with UNICEF and what they are trying to make the world better by doing. And while we're showing you this, I want you to have a wee think. What would you want to be better in the future? In 20 years' time, in 30 years' time, when you're all grown up and you are the adults and you are trying to work on making the world a better place and your age group is going to be running the world, how are you going to make it better? You have that little thought in the back of your mind while you're watching this next part. The theme for World Children's Day 2021 was for youth to advocate for child rights and for a better future. Young people around the world are amazing. They are doing amazing things. And we have some examples from the Voices of Youth website of young children around the world who have made a difference in their local and global community. If you're interested in finding some more examples, you can go to the Voices of Youth website. Gitanjali Rao from the United States is a 16-year-old scientist, author and promoter of STEM. She uses technology and innovations to solve problems. She's developed a tool called Kindly, and this helps to prevent cyberbullying through the use of artificial intelligence. And she's also looking at supporting pupils, teachers and parents, and has also written a book for problem solving. She's one of the youth advocates for a better future. MC Sofia is a 17-year-old Brazilian teenager. She is a rapper who raps about black pride, female empowerment and everyday racism. When she was just 12, she sang at the opening ceremony of the Rio Olympics in 2016. Rory O'Hanlon is a 16-year-old LGBTQ plus youth activist from Ireland, and he advocates for equality and equal access to the rights for children who are in part of the LGBTQ plus community and all children. He spoke with the Prime Minister of Ireland in 2020 to raise awareness of bullying and discrimination in the LGBTQ plus community. Maktoum Abdallah is from Sudan. He's 17 years old and he is passionate about equal access to education for children and young people. And he feels that for any country to move forward, they have to invest in education. He grew up in a camp for internally displaced people because he had forced to leave his home due to war. His dream is to become a doctor, not just to heal people, but to ensure that the healthcare system in Sudan advances and everyone has equal access to the quality healthcare. Emmanuel Cosmos Masoka is an 18-year-old from Tanzania. They are a young innovator, a child rights and youth activist. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Emmanuel designed a hand washing machine that enhanced hygiene to help reduce the spread of the virus. They saw a problem and they designed something to solve it. And finally, Penelope Lee is 17 years old and she is a Norwegian climate activist who was the second youngest ambassador for UNICEF at the age of 15. That's only a few years older than you are now. She's passionate about climate action and uses her voice to look for better solutions for the environment. Boys and girls, could you maybe ask your teacher to pause this video for a few minutes, and why don't you share your ideas? What do you want to make the world better by doing? So an example from primary 6, one of the boys that I worked with in primary 6, he was going to try and make the world better by stopping cyberbullying. And what he was going to do to help that was he was going to develop an app where you could report cyberbullying. You could say what has happened, who it's happened to, who did it, and where. So that means this app would be able to go in and find all of the evidence. And then when I was chatting with them, we weren't sure, but I think the idea was it was going to help take people out of the app if they were being bullies. Another example I had from a primary 6 young lady was the problem she had found was about plastic bottles, single-use plastics. So she was going to try and combat climate change by looking at recycling. And she was going to get extra bins, specially designed bins for plastic bottles put around the town to help with recycling. In your groups with your teacher, could you have a little chat just now about what you would do and how you're going to do it? I can't wait to hear some of these ideas. Boys and girls, I am sure you have come up with some incredible ideas, and I have to be honest, I am excited for the future. I am excited to see you grow into young adults, to grow into adults, to become leaders in your communities, and to see how you are going to make your local community, but also your global community, a better place for everyone. I know it can be tricky sometimes listening to an assembly on a video because you're not in the right space. We're not in the assembly hall together and we're missing that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a little movement song. If your teachers say it's okay, you can stand up and you can join in with a wee bit of a movement song, and maybe if you can remember some of the words, you could even sing along.
Come on, move and freeze. 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 Put your right hand on your left knee, your left hand on your right. Your knees move in and out, your hands stay tight. Now keep on with your moving, but switch hands on your knees. Keep on moving in and out till we say freeze. Come on, move and 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 freeze. Put one hand across your shoulder, one hand across your back. Now jump in place. Do you like it like that? Yeah! Now switch hands across your shoulders and switch hands across your back. Now just be nimble, just be quick, just like Jack. Come on, jump and freeze. 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 Everybody shake your body from your head down to your feet, and don't stop shaking until we stop the beat. Shake it to the east and shake it to the west.
Shake it, shake it, shake it.
With my friends who are the best. Come on, shake and freeze. 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 Put your right hand on your head, your left on someone's knee. Now turn once in a circle and buzz like a bee. Now turn the other way, don't let go or lose your spot. Keep turning left, keep turning right until the music stops. Come on, turn and freeze. 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 All right, you can move now.
Well done, boys and girls. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you managed to entertain your teachers as well. I'm sure some of them managed to have a little laugh with you. Now, I'm going to hand over to Miss McGugan, who would like to share some information about house points.
Hello boys and girls, it is lovely to get this opportunity to speak to you again. I feel as if it's been a wee while since I did my last assembly. I just want to say well done to everybody and how well you're doing across the school. We're hearing some really positive things about your classrooms at the moment, so let's keep that up. First thing I want to talk about today is how the homework's going across the school. I know that within primary 1 and 2 you're doing it slightly different from primary 3s to 7s, but the majority of the school are now logging on to Bug Club, which is fantastic, where you're getting that opportunity to read books at home as well as in school. Some of you are looking at teams and carrying out assignments in teams, and some of you are carrying out some written work at home, maybe through packs or jotters that have been sent to you as well, which is fantastic. However, what we have noticed is that some of you haven't been logging on yet. Now, this might not be your fault. It might be a technology issue, or it might be that you've just not remembered yet. So, boys and girls, we really need you to be engaging in your homework as much as you possibly can. And I have got to say an amazing well done to primary 4M, because everyone in this class has been able to log on to their Bug Club at home and carry out one of their books. So I just want to say well done, and I know that Miss Mason is so proud of you all just now, and there may be a wee treat in store for you soon too. Across the rest of the school, we have noticed that some year groups haven't been engaging just as much, so there's one more week of this homework block, and then in January we'll be starting again, so we will be keeping a close eye on this. And if you haven't been engaging, unfortunately there might be a little letter that goes home as well, so please ensure that you are trying your best to get on. Next thing that's been happening around the school is the playground's been causing us a little bit of difficulty recently, and that's just because we can't get on the grass. Now, boys and girls, we are not doing this out of badness, but we are getting boys and girls covered in mud. Now, one day I had a boy and a girl who were covered in mud from their toes right up to the top of their heads, and that means that we then have to call parents or whoever's at home. That might be grands or grandpas or aunties and uncles, and do you know, sometimes that's really tough because they may be working. So when it's really muddy and there's been a lot of rain, we cannot allow you on the grass. However, what is happening is our health and well-being group within the school, which is made up of different teachers, they're starting to think of ideas of how we can make our playground better. And we're going to be asking for your ideas soon too. Mr. Simpson has came up with a really good idea so far, and he is going to be taking some of our primary 6s and 7s up to the AstroTurf at lunchtime on a Wednesday if they're interested in football. And hopefully, if this goes well, we will then start to introduce this to our other year groups as well, which I'm sure that you would all like to be part of. So just keep a wee eye out for that, and I'm sure that you'll hear about it within your classrooms. Now, boys and girls, some exciting news coming up. Our house point system has been working so well, and I'm so proud of everyone who's been gathering house points, or they may have become the star of the week. It's been going really, really well. Now, at the moment, we have the Blue House who have 1,051 points, which is amazing. Closely behind, the Yellow House have 938 points. Then we have a Red House with 779 points and the Green House with 710. Now, due to our house points not starting right at the beginning of the year, we didn't have our house treat at October time. So now we have an extra special treat coming up for our winning house. Next Friday, Friday the 3rd, the winning house is going to get the opportunity to go on a bouncy castle, and there's also going to be an activity set up outside in our playground by Kilmarnock Football Club. Now, we still have 2 weeks to gather points, so although the Blue House are currently in the lead, every other house has the opportunity to win. We will announce our winners on Thursday afternoon next week, so please try your best to get some more house points. And remember, you can get these by showing our school values of kindness, achieving and being respectful to one another as well. So do your best, and remember, be the best that you can be. I hope that I will see you all out in the playground doing some really good things so I can give out some house points as well. Anyway, I'm going to go just now, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye.
Now, we've got a little competition. We used to have a mascot for our Rights Respecting Schools award, and when this mascot was there, we would be able to know we're talking about rights. But things have changed so much over the last few years that we're going to have to change our mascot as well. We're going for our Silver Award, and that's about being rights aware. And what I want is I want this mascot, every time you see him, you start thinking of rights. So we're going to get a special Build-A-Bear, and you have the challenge of designing his outfit or her outfit. The outfit can be a dress, it can be trousers, a top, it can be a skirt, it can be anything you want it to be. But it has to somehow show Annan Hill and the Rights Respecting Schools Award. I'm going to show you some examples of different mascots, things that we've maybe seen in the past. What I would like you to do is spend some time designing your outfit. These are going to be handed in to your teacher by the 10th. These are going to be handed in to your teacher by the 17th of December. So you've got a few weeks. What I'm going to then do is some of the staff and some of our Primary 7 house ambassadors and prefects are going to pick some winning designs. The winning design is going to get made into an actual outfit for our bear. So every time anyone in our school sees that we have this mascot wearing their special outfit, they'll know we're talking about rights. So on the next slide, I'm just going to give you all of that information again. You might want to pause the video so you can see it all. Well done, boys and girls. Thank you so much for sitting today and listening to this assembly. I know it can be tricky when it's a video. I want to say I'm pleased with how you've done, and I hope your teachers are able to say the same thing being in the class with you just now, that they're proud of how well you've sat and listened. I'm going to leave you today with a song that hopefully some of our older boys and girls, maybe our primary 5s, 6s and 7s will remember. We used to sing it when we had our rights assembly. It's called We've Got Rights. It was written by a school in collaboration with people from UNICEF. The lyrics are on the screen, so when you're watching this, have a wee listen, see how many rights you can hear in the song, but also, if you want, have a wee sing along. Thank you, boys and girls. Please remember to put out into the world positivity, to make not just the whole wide world, but also Annan Hill a better place by being the best that you can be. Thank you.
I got rights, you got rights. We've all got rights. We've all got rights. Gotta have a home, gotta be well fed, have a place to learn and rest your head. We've all got rights. We've all got rights. Gotta have a say, gotta raise a view, have a place to play, express a view. We've all got rights. We've all got rights. Gotta know your name, get the doctor's cure, don't get pushed around anymore. We've all got rights. We've all got rights. If you're a refugee, get shipped abroad, you can join the club, not be ignored. We've all got rights. We've all got rights. Gotta know your mom. Know your mom. Gotta watch TV. Watch TV. Gotta know the law. Know the law. 'Cause you and me. You and me. We've all got rights. We've all got rights. Too young to work. Can't go to school. Don't you ever be nobody's fool. We've all got rights. We've all got rights. If you wanna believe, that's okay. That's okay. Everybody needs 3 square a day. 3 square a day. We've all got rights. We've all got rights. Gotta be so proud.